Best transition ever. Hello, welcome to the eSports Report. I'm, of course, Benson, and today we have a fantastic show lined up for you guys. We actually have an exclusive announcement coming in hot from the Faze clan. I actually don't know what one of them is either, so I'm as excited as everyone else watching at home. Then we're going to take a look at one game which I specifically pulled out to watch from MLG Columbus, which involves Faze, also involves my European team. You know, we've got some Vitality action. And then later on in the show, I'm going to be joined by Smiting Fatty, and we're going to go over some GB Live action. But on the show, joining me today on the telephone, that's right, the telephone, because we're old school, I got my good friend, Doug Censor Martin. How you doing, Censor? You good?
I'm good, Benson. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing real good. I'm having a good day. Played some ping pong in the office. Undefeated champion of ping pong, so I have that going for me today. That was fun. It was. Played some Advanced Warfare as well. We're going to be touching on some of the patch notes, etc. in a little bit. But Aches as well. He should be joining us. So guys, tweet at him. Let him know he's still asleep right now. That's what I'm going with. He should be on the show too. But you know Aches, man. He's a letdown. He's a letdown. But hopefully he will hop into the call. But yes, talking about patch notes, Doug. How much have you played with the new patch? Have you played a lot or not that much?
Well, I think the patch came out a day or two ago, but I got on yesterday for the first time. I used the ASM-1. It absolutely rips using advanced rifling, quick draw, and grip on it. You can move extremely fast. The game moves even faster than what it did before with the BAL. I think the game's a lot better now. I think the subs are more viable. The ASM-1 is really good. I haven't tried the MP11 too much, but the ASM-1 is definitely going to be used in competitive. I think the BAL is going to be used still. I think the, what is the gun called? The IMR, the burst weapon, okay. I think that's going to be used as well. Then you have the Bulldog, you have the snipers. So I think there's going to be a really good diversity of weapons in competitive, and I don't think anything is overpowered, Benson.
Okay, so you can see a big variety of weapons being used now then. It's not just going to be full BALs. Because originally I was thinking, all right, we may see, 2 BALs, maybe 2 ASM-1s, but you think we're going to see a big variety now? Maybe potentially...
Oh, definitely. I could see, especially in Search and Destroy, I could see like one team having a Bulldog, one having a sniper, a BAL, an ASM. I could see every single different type of a weapon of a class being used in competitive. I think in Respawn it's going to be mostly a submachine gun and a BAL, maybe an IMR, but definitely, yeah, there's going to be more diversity ever since this patch.
Honestly, I'm so excited to hear a pro say that, because for me, I think back in Black Ops 2 and I'm like, there was always so much diversity. You had the M8, that was obviously the dominant assault rifle. There was always the MSMCs, Scorpions, etc. There just seemed to be a lot of different weapons being used. And when I played the game last night, I found myself actually addicted to playing. I couldn't stop. As soon as I pulled out the ASM-1, I looked at my clock, it was like 2 o'clock. I'm like, damn, I gotta be up for work tomorrow. I need to go to sleep. But I couldn't. I had to keep on playing more and more, because honestly, it was such a good weapon. But I actually have the patch notes up on my PC. So for everyone in the stream, if you're unaware of what happened in the patch, we could dive over to my screen and you guys can have a look, because they actually changed quite a lot. There's some kind of generic stuff like security, anti-cheat stuff going on, some store updates, emblem updates, UI updates. But the big thing, which I'm really happy of course, is some broadcaster patches, but we'll get to that. You can see all the in-game updates. They fixed momentum, they fixed taking flags, etc. Clan updates, challenge updates too, but the weapon balancing. This is what we're going to talk about now briefly. The BAL 27. Damage has been reduced, max damage range has been decreased, and the recoil has been adjusted. Now, Censor, how much of that recoil adjustment did you notice? Because I assume when you played for the first time, you did what everyone else kind of did and just went straight to your BAL, tested out. Did you notice the recoil change that much?
It's definitely noticeable, Benson. One thing that I want to say that Sledgehammers did right that other Call of Duty titles in the past failed at is that every time that any Call of Duty nerfed a weapon, they always made the weapon complete, just terrible. You couldn't use the weapon after they nerfed it. But the BAL, even though they reduced the range, and when you hear that, reduced range, reduced damage, increased recoil, when you hear that, you just think the weapon is going to be absolutely terrible, right?
You're like, oh,
that's
God.
How you think. But the BAL is actually still used a lot, and it's actually still a really good weapon that I could see a lot of people using in competitive.
Okay, well then going back to my screen with the updates as well, as that the HPRA3 max damage range has been decreased, and that surprised me because I didn't really think that necessarily needed a nerf, but they've done it anyway. The ASM-1, that's the key for me here. Max damage range increased. Honestly, that gun, anytime you play Call of Duty Advanced Warfare now, I feel you're going to see a lot of plays using it. But the one that really strikes me as curious is the EM1. Damage has been increased. Now, I was playing on the 360 before the patch went live on Xbox One, and the 360 was patched a while ago. I feel it was pre-Columbus. And honestly, that gun is strong. It's the laser gun for any of you in the chat that don't know what it is. Do you reckon, Censor, we could ever see that being used in competitive play?
It's a possibility. I haven't used it yet. I used to use it in pubs to warm up before any matches, and it was just so much fun to use.
Right.
I think you run a little bit slower with it and it takes a little bit longer to shoot than other weapons, but I haven't tried the gun. I'm gonna have to test it out and give you a better opinion then, but it's a fun gun to use. I definitely like using it. I don't know if I'd use it in competitive. I don't know if it'd be viable, but I'm gonna have to try it out and let you know.
Yeah, okay, all right. I'm excited though, because I can genuinely see some players using it. I got melted with it yesterday, and I was like, huh, really? Could this be the next best thing? Moving on, more updates went down. There's loads of weapon ones, but I'm going to skip to the stuff that we really care about as a competitive community. Broadcaster UI updates. They have done a ton of stuff with broadcaster mode, so I'm excited to get my hands-on experience with that today for the first time with all the updates. They basically listen, and this is the thing I'm really happy about with Sledgehammer. They are listening. For example, there was the bug glitch. I'm not sure if you know about this yesterday, Censor. I presume you do. But in private matches, if you use equipment, you could lag out the games, and within maybe 4 hours, they patched it. I was like,
yeah, I was actually playing in the middle of a search and destroy tournament, and one of the players on the other team that we were playing against was throwing grenades, and they kept lagging out, and it was a huge issue. And then 20 minutes later, Michael Condrey tweets out that they fixed it. So I just want to say big shout out to Sledgehammer. I met them actually at MLG Columbus. They're all awesome people. They're definitely listening to us. They also have Rambo on board too, which I don't think many people knew about. But Rambo being in the face or being involved with development in Sledgehammer games is definitely a huge thing. It's a big step that I expected to happen eventually, and I'm just happy to see everything starting to come together.
Yeah, everyone listening as well, which is key. You know, giving feedback. I think the pros giving feedback, the casters giving feedback, everyone. And the key is that feedback is being listened to, and it's being constructively utilized as well. I mean, you can see that in the patch. I mean, we're a month in, that kind of honeymoon period of a brand new game is over, and people are still really having fun and really, really enjoying it. But one of the big questions that I have to ask you right now, Censor, is how do you feel all these patches are going to affect Season 1? Because obviously Season 1 starts on Monday, and with the patch coming out, do you reckon players are going to be adapting to that straight away? Are we going to see AMS 1s straight away on Monday? Well, what are your thoughts on that?
We're definitely going to see ASM 1s on Monday. I don't think the submachine gun is overpowered. I think it's absolutely perfect. It's exactly what you want in a submachine gun. If you're shooting somebody from about 30 feet away, you're not going to win the gunfight against an assault rifle like a bow. But if you're at a close range next to another gun, you're definitely going to win the gunfight as a submachine gun player. So I definitely will see ASM 1s being played on Monday, and on top of all the other adaptations that people have to do, it's going to be different. It's not going to be the same as MLG Columbus or the game before that. So it's going to be interesting to see how all the players are going to adapt to it. I think most of the teams are going to stay the same. I just think the play style and the gameplay itself is just going to be a little bit more exciting and a little bit more diverse, which is something that everybody wants to see.
Yeah, everyone wants to see something a little bit different. Everyone can kind of get bored of 4 versus 4 battle. I mean, don't get me wrong, MLG Columbus for the first major was insane. You look at the weapon variety, there wasn't really any. Everyone kind of running the same kind of classes, etc. But now, I don't know. I think it's going to be awesome when you see someone, you know, get outgunned on a hard point with an SMG, because that's something that we didn't see at Columbus. So I'm really, really looking forward to Season 1. And speaking of Season 1, that leads us to one of your announcements. The main announcement of today that we have from Faze. You're officially going to announce one of your substitutes. So, Censor, hit me with it. Who are you picking up?
Well, it's been official since about 12 o'clock in the afternoon today. Hugh actually emailed Jay and I last night asking to be a sub on our roster because we asked him. And then I got an email back this morning saying that Hugh requested to be a sub for our team, and then I confirmed it. So Hugh will be one of our subs for Season 1. We still have about another month to find another sub, which we're looking to find. We just don't know which player we're going to pick up yet, but Hugh will be a player that we will be using in Season 1 because Slasher has classes on Monday and Wednesday nights, and Apathy's also going to be going on a vacation for about a week. So there's going to be a lot of matches that Hugh's going to be playing in, and I'm really excited to see what this little kid has. He's about 15 years old. He doesn't seem like a guy who talks a lot of trash, but he's always putting up numbers online and on LAN. He actually had the #1 LAN KD in Columbus, so that definitely struck an eye for us, and we're excited to play with him. I want to see what he has, and we're excited to play.
Honestly, that's awesome, because before Columbus, you know, online, the guy was looking so strong. He was putting up digits, playing very, very well. So the fact that you guys, especially, you know, Faze, have picked him up, and it's interesting because, you know, you picked up Slasher as well, who I don't want to say was risky, but he was relatively unknown in a way, had a fantastic Season 3 finals. But if you just said to me after that, oh, who do you reckon Faze is going to pick up? I wouldn't have really said Slasher. And picking up Slasher has proven to be one of the best decisions you guys could have made, in my opinion, because he played so well, potentially MVP of Columbus. We didn't really officially say anything, but in my mind, I look at him and I think, you know, this guy was playing so well across all game modes. So for you to go after Hugh as well, I think that could be a really good squad, especially if, you know, replacing Slasher with Hugh online at least. I think it's going to be a fantastic team. I really do. So I'm looking forward to watching you guys play. Predictions for Season 1? We've asked everyone that's come on ESR. Who do you reckon are going to be the 4 teams which don't make it to the finals?
Um, I honestly don't even have an idea. I think I know who most of the 12 teams are, but if you put a list out in front of me, I'd be able to give you a good answer.
All right, let me rephrase that then. Who do you reckon is looking the strongest teams going into the season, besides yourself, of course? I know you're going to say you, because everyone does.
Yeah, I don't like to keep my team involved with predictions, but I would definitely say Optic Gaming. Optic Gaming is one of those teams I expect to do really well in Season 1.
Okay.
TK surprised me on LAN. They had a really good losers bracket run, but they've never been a good online team. Ever since, Call of Duty Ghosts, they never had any good online placings, but I think TK is going to do really well in the Season 2.
Yeah, TK did look strong.
Yeah, Optic and TK are the two teams I think are going to do pretty good, and then Denial obviously is going to be a really good team, especially online. I think if they're not the number 2 team, they're the number 3 team. Denial is a very strong team, and then NVS is probably going to do really well as well.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Season 1. I really can't wait. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate you coming on, though, with your announcement. Really do. It's always cool when we get to announce stuff like that on the ESR. So thank you very much.
I have one more announcement to make.
You do?
If you guys haven't said, yeah. I just want to let you guys know. This is something we've been talking about for a while, about a week or so now. And I was a little bit hesitant at first, but we talked it through. We got on the same page, and I'm actually going to decide to step down as the captain of Faze, and we're going to give Aches the captain role. We just think it's the right move to do, and it's the right time, especially after the championship we just got and the circumstances that he pulled through for us. He had 2 hours of sleep, 5 stitches in his hand, and he still managed to pull out the win with us. So Aches is a huge impact on our team. He knows how to lead a team. He knows how to be a captain. And after we thought about it, we felt it was the best move to do for our team and our organization.
Wow. Okay, so Censor stepping down for captaincy, and that role is going to be taken over by Aches. That's crazy because, as you said, you guys just won a championship, but it kind of makes sense in that essence. I mean, do you reckon the team is still going to play the same now, or do you reckon there's going to be some differences in the way you play? Because at Columbus, you guys look solid. Even though, as you said, Aches was playing with 5 stitches in his hand, you still were all in sync, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, Pat's just the type of player who knows how to win. He has a lot more experience in winning than any of us do, and we all believe in each other, but more importantly, we do trust his decisions and what he has to say. So we value it a lot, and we wanted to give him the role. We think he deserves it, and we want to see how far he's going to take us, because he is our captain, he is our leader in-game. Any way you want to put it, he is the captain. So he has all of our respect. We're really excited to see what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to change too much. I mean, the players are still going to play the same, obviously, but we definitely respect what he has to say and what he offers for our team.
So is he going to be now the in-game shot caller as well? Because I noticed when I was watching you guys actually live off-stream, you were all kind of calling the shots. I mean, how does that actually change the team dynamic in-game?
He might have a little bit more to say. I don't think it's going to change too much because the players are going to be the players. I'm still going to say what I have to say. Slasher's going to say what he has to say. Apathy's going to say what he has to say. And Ace is going to do what he's going to have to do. But if he's going to make a call, even in Search and Destroy over the weekend, there would be some rounds where I didn't know what we should do. So before the round would start, I'd be like, Pat, what do you want us to do? And he would say something, we'll just listen to it, and we'll do it. So I don't think it's going to change too much, but we definitely respect what he has to do and offer, and we felt that this is something that he deserved to have.
That is awesome. Thank you again for sharing on eSports Report. And Censor, I'm going to let you go. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very, very much for coming on the show. Where can all the viewers find you?
Yeah, so I can't stream tonight, but MLG.TV/Censor. I'm going to be at the Faze house recording a video eating my first hot dog. So that's going to be something entertaining. That's going to be something that I'm not really looking forward to because I'm a very picky eater, but we do have a 4v4 variant tournament tonight. I think Apathy's going to be streaming that, so you can see him at MLG.TV/Apathy.
Awesome. What's your YouTube too? Because I know you're uploading so much content, and I personally love your content too. Shout that out as well.
Oh, it's my pleasure, man. Yeah, my YouTube is youtube.com/censor. If you just want to type that in, youtube.com/censor, and it'll bring you right to my channel.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Censor. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck with the hot dog. I can tell you they're not that bad, okay?
I don't think I'm going to die, but I definitely am not going to enjoy those 5 seconds of chewing that hot dog. But it should be something that's interesting, to say the least.
Good luck, Doug. Have a great day, my friend. Well, there we have it. Censor stepping down from captaincy, giving it over to Aches. How is that going to affect the Faze team? Honestly, as Doug said, I don't think it's going to have that much of an effect. I kind of think it is the right move for the Faze team to go under. Now, though, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll be looking at one of the games that you should have seen, and everyone should have seen, and I don't think really that many people did see. We're going to have a look at Vitality versus Faze, Search and Destroy. It was an unbelievable game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.